TV series called 7th Street Theater.
It's different. It's not necessarily the
And providentially on.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Ariaz Wicker with Christian Movie Connect, and we are here with Kyle Saylors, who is an award-winning producer-director with a brother that's also of the Saylors brothers. So tell me a little bit about what the Saylors brothers do.
Well, we've, for the last, 15 years, done everything from top 10 MTV music videos, BET, CMT, to documentaries that premiered at Sundance, and some movies and some television shows. Right now we're working on a network television miniseries for Red Bull called Game Breakers with Reggie Bush, and so we do all kind of stuff, getting all kind of crazy stuff. So.
See, the latest project that you've done, The Finish Line, tell me about that movie.
Okay, yeah, last year we had, there was a race car driver called Sam Schmidt, and he got paralyzed, and pretty much when that happens, he could not move anything, C4 from here down. And so pretty much life was over, and his dreams and everything, his whole life was over. And he decided, you know what, he goes, I'm not going to quit, I'm not going to give up. And so he decided, I'm going to become a team owner. He goes, I don't know how or what. And that's what he did. He became a team owner. So we had, besides ABC and their one affiliate, we had full access inside the Indy 500 through the whole weekend, the world's greatest race. And to see how Sam, how he operates and how he does and how he interacts with people. He's an amazing person, and it takes him 2.5 hours to get up every morning, and he lives out his dream, so it kind of gives us no excuse to live out ours. So.
Well, I bet a show like that's probably pretty easy to sell because there is such a huge fan base for racing.
Yeah, what we're doing is, it's actually never been done, is that I know of, but LifeLock, Firestone, Herbalife, they're gonna distribute it, and they pay us a little bit over the premium of the cost of the manufacturing to all of their customers for an entire year, which could potentially 3 million plus, so the end user never has to pay for the product. So we're kind of doing the Google model and trying it out, and so it'll be like if you use any of those services or companies, you'll get this movie for free. So we'll see what happens.
So now you have a brother, Kenny, that lives in LA. You live in Nashville. Now you all work on a few projects together as well?
Yeah, everything we do. Like this Red Bull thing is in, we went to 20 cities in a month, so it's pretty hectic, but we crisscrossed, and he's right now editing in Dallas for that, and so he was supposed to be here, but we were crunched on the deadline. So yeah, we always work together. We know each other's strengths and each other's brains. Sometimes we don't even have to talk, and we already know what we got to do, so it's pretty cool.
Now, how did you all get into the business?
When I was a little kid, we just started took our G.I. Joes out and made little plays with them, and then we thought, man, we should record this, so we got some WD-40 and got a VHS camera and blew them up, and so we were like, oh, this is so cool. So that's kind of where it started. I took VCR decks and started editing one to another, and that led to making little shorts. As a kid, I didn't even know they were called shorts. We just made them. And then in college, after that, started working, doing grip, running some wires at a TBN, and then ended up working on their cameras on their network, and then the national, and then ended up working with NBC Sports and Fox. And then we said, hey, we want to produce, and we started producing and went in and ended up doing all kind of direct, and
that's so funny.
Story.
And I bet your parents had no idea when they saw you playing with your G.I. Joes what was going to come from that. I used to do puppet shows with my sister with our Barbie doll.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't really puppet shows; it was our Barbie dolls where we wrote our own little scripts, and our Barbie dolls would act it out. And then I did shoebox movies. Had no idea what it would lead to.
Yeah, our mom was like ultra conservative. Like when I grew up, we thought Andy Griffin was airing on TV because that was all we would, watch. We weren't really allowed to watch, and so somehow all three of her kids ended up in the entertainment business. She's probably like, oh.
So I know that you've had a lot of success with your programming and getting things distributed. You've been on all major networks and things like that. What advice would you give? Because I know that for filmmakers, that's one of the biggest hurdles. Besides finding the funding is finding distribution. So what advice would you give to a filmmaker trying to get their product out there?
Make a great product.
Yeah.
If it's not a great product, you're going to have a hard time getting it distributed. If you make something really great and has a good story, it's going to be easier to get through those doors and navigate because it will rise to the top of the stack. So, but other than that, though, like I don't think I've ever had a project that was just like through the same system. Like every one is different. So you have to have before you start, when you start writing your script, think of who your market is going to be, because if this executive right here doesn't understand your movie from that marketing perspective, they will not distribute it. So from day one, know who your audience is going to be and specifically keep it on that line. Otherwise, you'll be shooting yourself in the foot. We don't want that.
Very wise words from Kyle Saylors. Well, thank you so much for that. And Kyle, what I really appreciate about you is the fact that you're always willing to share advice with people. Because I know when I met you a year ago and I visited with you and your beautiful wife, Erica Lane Saylors, and you've always been willing to give advice and encourage, and I appreciate that about you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so much success to you in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and make sure you tune in again next week on Christian Movie Connect.